Hey guys, so we are back filming together again. Today we have some pretty exciting news to share with you. So we will just get straight into it.
We're pregnant!
That's incredibly cheesy. Yeah, we have a little new member of the family framed here, and we're going to talk about it a little bit with you today. So as we're filming this, I am just over 13 weeks pregnant, which means that we're due in June of late June next year, so a summer baby. It does feel very surreal to say these things and also to share them with you because it's been a secret for so long. So it's really great to get to tell people and share the news with family and friends and with you guys as well.
So we've been married for 5 months now. I wanted kids from the beginning. I
wanted to be married first.
Yeah, we've been married for 5 months now, and
it's all going very quickly, but it's very exciting. So one of the main things that people might ask is how I've been feeling, and I've actually been really lucky. I've been not too bad, a tiny bit of morning sickness the first couple of weeks. Ingimar's laughing because I've probably been more hormonal than suffering with anything else. But other than a little bit of headaches, a lot of tiredness, way more tired than normal. Yeah, I've been pretty good. Not been feeling too bad so far. So hopefully that will continue. Cravings. So cravings are an interesting one. I am intrigued as to how the next few months might go. But right now, because we were on a low carb diet pre and post wedding, as soon as we found out I was pregnant, it was very exciting because we could go back on the carbs. So we both went back on carbs. And I think the only thing I've been really kind of snacking or going towards is crackers and cheese and digestive biscuits dunked in tea. And clementines. Loads and loads of clementines.
Very disappointing for me. I was expecting something more, interesting as for her craving. It's really boring actually.
Yeah. For those of you watching who don't know and have maybe just clicked on this video, I am Scottish and Ingimar is Icelandic. We live in Iceland. We've not been through this process before, so I'm not entirely sure how to compare it with the NHS. My sister has just had a baby boy, so I guess we can kind of go in comparisons there, but it might be quite interesting to see the pros and cons of the two healthcare systems. So far we have our own midwife, so I think that's possibly a little bit different than in the UK. You have a midwife straight away here, and we have seen her twice so far. We have also been for 2 scans, which I think in the UK you only have 1 scan at maybe 20 weeks. I might be completely wrong on this, so apologies for that. We had a scan at, well, once we found out we were pregnant.
Confirmation scan.
Yeah.
Everything was in order and...
Well, everything was in order. That there was, it was a fetus there.
Yeah, there was a fetus that we were actually...
A very small blur.
Yeah.
And that was about week 6 or 7.
7, yeah.
Yeah, yep. So that was good to give us a date. And since then we've had another scan, which was week 12.
Week 12.5?
Yeah. That was also, I think they call it the Harmony test, where they test for all sorts of genetic disorders. We haven't heard anything back, so hopefully no news is good news. And the next scan is in February, week 20.
20, yeah.
Yep. I did ask if I would be able to film anything in there, and she said we weren't allowed to, which was really unfortunate considering it's kind of like private and you're paying for it. It would have been nice to be able to film some of it. It was amazing to see baby jumping around and doing some pretty crazy movements.
Yeah.
Dancing away. Yeah. So it was really nice. So the next thing might be the question of if we are going to find out if it's a boy or a girl. I am absolutely not in favour of finding this out. I want it to be a surprise. I mean, it will all be a surprise anyway. It doesn't really matter either way. But Ingimar definitely wants to find out.
I know. I don't need to find out, babe. I know it's going to be a boy, so...
We shall see. But another reason that we have kind of been off of making videos for a couple of weeks and the upload schedule has been a little bit all over the place is this news, definitely. but also because we've had a little bit of a change in our lives recently. Ingimar unfortunately lost his job 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yeah. And I had to kind of put the layout lines stuff on the back burner a little bit and take up a full-time job. So I'm working in a startup company downtown, which has been really good to kind of get out and be in a very cool modern office and have a bit of company when it's the winter and it's really, really dark, and it's just nice to be around people. So that's been a little bit different, and also going back into the routine of being at work and also being pregnant has been a little bit more tiring than normal. Yep, getting used to all of that. But yes, Ingimar has another couple of interviews next week, so it's all change and it's very exciting right now. So something that we want to ask of you guys is that maybe some of you are really interested in this topic or this part of our lives. Maybe some of you aren't and you're more into the Icelandic videos. But we want to know what kind of content you'd be interested in seeing. So personally, I have been binge watching pregnancy daily or weekly update videos just to kind of see what I'm in for and how it compares to other people. But at the moment I'm very lucky because I'm keeping pretty well and feeling okay, and so I've not really had any craziness to compare with other people. But I have been keeping a diary of how I've been feeling, what we've been doing week by week. So I think even just for us to look back on to document this process, that could be quite good. But there have also been, I watched Fleur de Force. She has what I eat in a day. She's got maternity haul videos, things like that. I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in. But there's a few other videos out there, so I've got some ideas. So if you do want to see some more kind of baby and pregnancy content, still feels weird to say that, then stick a comment down below and we'll come up with some stuff. Well, I asked my sister for some recommendations on kind of content, because obviously here we're in Iceland. I don't speak Icelandic yet, can't read Icelandic. I can understand what's being said to me, but can't really converse back. So that is a little bit different, getting the information from the midwife and having to use Google Translate a few times. So the apps that I've been using are mostly American, but I guess it's all the same kind of information. So the most obvious one that I think people recommend is the What to Expect When You're Expecting, which originally is a book. Don't have any of the books yet, haven't really started reading up too much on this. I've downloaded the app, but I've only watched one video. I do love the cheesy introduction for it. But the one that we've been using is called Pregnancy Plus, which I think is free until week 14, and then you have to pay or register or something for it. But it's really good, and I'll maybe get Ingimar to talk about it for a little bit.
Yeah, Pregnancy Plus is a great app for dads-to-be. At least I found it very helpful. You have daily info, you have daily blogs, and sometimes they intersect. They are talking about the same matters, but all in all, it's a really good app. You get good information. It talks about nutrition, exercise, and it answers most of the questions you have. You can open it on daily basis, or you can binge on it like I've been doing, and just go through when you have time. You're sitting down for lunch or something, have a break from work, and you can just sit down and read upon it. And I think it's good for both moms-to-be and dads. At least I found it very helpful.
So it's got a chart of week by week what size your fetus or baby is compared to fruit. There's also a kind of example scan. What else is there? There's like a weighing chart, so you can keep track of how much weight you're gaining. And lots of different things. So the exercise is an interesting one, because most of you will know that I was in roller derby. Right when we fell pregnant was pretty much the point where I did my test to get on the team. So it was perfect timing for that. As soon as we found out that we were pregnant, I had to drop off of the team. So I am no longer doing roller derby. And if any of them are watching, now you know why. So yeah, exercise at the moment, walking every single day for about an hour in my lunch break, and also power walking to keep warm. Going for swims, lots of swims, and a little bit of hot tub, but obviously not too hot. And what else? We've been looking into yoga and Pilates. I definitely prefer Pilates, but I think I'm gonna have to take on the yoga because it seems to be the only thing that's available here. There's a yoga studio just down the road, so I'll go and check that out soon. And the last thing is maternity wear. So my lovely sister and sister-in-law have both had children recently, so I will hopefully get quite a few hand-me-downs from them. Without going into too much detail, I have definitely had to move over to sports bras, but I think that's maybe the only thing right now. It's a bit too early to be worrying about things like that, but we are heading back over to Edinburgh in January, so a little bit more accessible to the shops, so we might start purchasing a few things.
So I haven't had much time around kids. I have a 7-year-old nephew, but I wasn't around much for his first 2 years. So this is going to be a new experience, but I am lucky to have a nephew in Scotland. Yeah, baby nephew.
Yeah, so a little bit of practice when we're back home.
Yeah, I might get some lessons on nap changing, bathing, and
Nappy changing.
Nappy changing, yeah. Many of my friends have babies though, and they have told me that I will not sleep for the next couple of years, and I am not very excited about that or thrilled. But
you're the one that wanted all the children in the first place.
Yeah, I want 8 of them, so this is just the first of 8 announcement videos we'll be making.
I do not think so. Okay, so that's our news and a little bit of an update for you. I guess if you have any questions or anything you want to say, just put them in the comments down below. Like this video to give us a little bit of encouragement on this pregnancy sharing, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye guys!